My flight was supposed to be at 1:20 p.m. on Thursday, January 18th to Fort Myers, Florida. I was planning to leave with the Maryland Figure Skating Club for the Eastern Synchronized Skating Competition for the weekend. Our team has worked tirelessly over the first semester to prepare ourselves for this competition. After all, this was our second and last competition for the season. On Wednesday, January 17th, we had our second to last practice from 8:30 to 11 p.m. at Wells, our home rink. We ran our program multiple times and tried to figure out any last adjustments and to solidify everything we were supposed to remember. After practice, I and one other teammate went to another teammate's apartment on campus to sleep for the night so that we could all get to our 7 a.m. practice sooner. This was also easier because we would all be together before our afternoon flight. I soon closed my eyes and fell asleep on the futon. When I opened my eyes next, I immediately knew something was very wrong because I felt extremely nauseous. I was so uncomfortable that I could barely move. Some time passed and I finally managed to get myself to the bathroom, and after hanging my head over the toilet for nearly an hour, I was finally feeling somewhat better and was able to sleep again around 3 a.m. When I opened up my eyes again, my friend was asking if I was okay and if I felt ready to go to morning practice. Even though I had no idea why I was so sick in the night, I didn't want to worry my teammates or coaches, so I decided to go anyway. After practice, I was still not feeling 100%, so I decided to get a checkup at the doctor's office just to be safe. I knew that I would feel overall more confident knowing whether I was healthy or sick than to constantly wonder. At that time, so many thoughts were running through my head as time became more and more precious. Will the doctors be able to see me in a reasonable amount of time? How will I get to the airport? Will I get to the competition at all? And if I go, am I going to be okay to perform? After I saw the doctor and found out that I was okay, I felt much relieved. I then immediately let my family, teammates, and coaches know. However, the time was now noon and I knew I wasn't able to make to the 1:20 flight with the rest of my team. I then searched for plane tickets and as expected, they were extremely expensive. The question that came to my mind now was whether I could afford the prices. After spending over an hour with the airport employees, they told me that there was nothing they can do to help me, unfortunately, not even letting me pay the difference or let me on a later flight. I simply had to bite the bullet and pay for the full price ticket out of pocket. When I finally arrived in Florida, I was exhausted but so relieved, and I could tell that my teammates and coaches were relieved as well. My team ultimately placed 8th in the Open Collegiate Division, and we were happy because we all worked so hard. Looking back now, I still see the sequence of events leading up to the competition as unfortunate, but my great memories of the trip overshadowed that. Although I had a lot of tough decisions to make, I felt like I ultimately made the right ones. Through this experience, I have learned to accept situations as they are when unexpected things happen. I've also learned to be calm and work through the problems so that I can reach the goal that will ultimately be worthwhile.
1, 2, 3.
Go Turks!